Between Calcutta and Bombay, on this vast continent of India, there lies a royal city, the rendezvous of tourists from time immemorial. It is Agra, the city of the famous Taj Mahal. From Lauries Hotel, let's waste no time but set off for the first glimpse of this miracle in white marble. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan's immortal tribute to his beloved wife. A short drive from the hotel soon brings you to this lovely shrine. The gateway and courtyard outside are built of red sandstone. The entrance is a beautiful structure with much marble inlay in its portals. Master builders, calligraphists and engineers, masons and artists came from all over Asia. And only the purest materials that could be found were used. The finest and the rarest, nothing was too much for this man's supreme love for his wife, taken in childbirth at the age of 39. Through the main entrance, the full richness and almost celestial sanctity of the Taj comes upon you in one tense moment as you reach the far end. There, from its reflection in the still waters to its breathtaking reality, stands the mausoleum, the Taj Mahal, rising stark against the heavens and immaculate in its indescribable beauty. Way past any one description of sheer beauty, it is still more enhanced by the spacious gardens leading to it. The dark cypress trees against the green turf, and every here and there a splash of dazzling color amid the carefully tended flower beds. Always kept in careful repair, these men work as if it was part of their souls. The nearer you approach, the greater is the delicacy, the perfection of design. Every day brings a continuous stream of sightseers from far and wide, over which the minarets stand like four grave and ever-watchful sentinels, guarding this priceless treasure, this sanctuary. Canvas shoe covers supplied by the archaeological department must be slipped on as a mark of respect before crossing the threshold. Approaching the terrace, one begins to feel the heat and glare of the dazzling marble. The walls are inscribed in Tagra character, with texts from the Holy Koran inlaid in black slate, and so at last to the sculpture and carvings which surround the base of the tomb. Worked in solid slabs of purest marble, no words alone can describe this glorious conception. Each panel is exquisitely bordered with flower designs of semi-precious stones, inlaid deep into the marble. Jasper from the Punjab, jade from China, turquoise from Tibet, and coral from Arabia. These are but few of the stones so lavishly employed in this delicate work. Passing through the entrance to the tomb, one is more and more spellbound by the increasing wonders that unfold. In the cenotaph chamber is an octagonal marble screen, itself a masterpiece, 10 years in the making. Inlaid with minute stones, these flowers are comprised of as many as 80 single pieces of varying size and shades. 8 feet high and carved from solid slabs of pure white marble, each section is almost translucent in appearance, but as solid as steel, yet delicate as lace. Behind this screen lies the illuminated sepulchre of Mumtaz Mahal, the lady of the Taj in the center, and her lord, Shah Jahan, to one side. Revered monuments to the gorgeous romance of wedded love in life and in death. The inscription here reads, "Here is the everlasting, he is sufficient. He knoweth what is concealed and what is manifest." Superbly proportioned, nothing could be removed or added to this masterpiece of human ingenuity. It took 20,000 highly skilled craftsmen 17 years to complete. A poem in purest marble when seen by moonlight that is simply out of this world. Still alive today are descendants of some of the workmen who were actually employed in the construction of the Taj between 1630 and 1648. The primitive tools are still used and may take 3 or 4 days to cut through one block of slate such as this piece. The most exacting and artistic work is the precious stone inlay. To cut through one small piece of cornelian, as he is doing here, aided by fine sand from the river Jamna nearby, may take 4 to 5 days. Having cut the stone to the required shape, it is then highly polished. The efficiency, though perhaps not the economy, of these tools can never be questioned when you've seen the results they produce. Lapis lazuli and cornelian, jade, agate, and onyx from Persia, a lodestone from Gwalior, aquamarine and turquoise, mother of pearl from the far-off sea, jasper, garnet, amethyst, bloodstone. They are all used in exquisite taste and fitted into the marble panels to defy all detection of any joins. This plaque, having suffered at the hands of vandals in the past, may take the men 4 or 5 months to repair. Workers in red sandstone are also fascinating to watch, and they reproduce exactly the low railings that border the entire terrace. After chalking out the design, the men chip and chisel until they pierce the stone from either side. Working without any subsequent measurement, they go on by their consummate skill and judgment, acquired in long years of similar labor, learned from their fathers and forefathers, back to the time when it was first created. Things done the hard way, but are they not, after all, done the best way? Their value, like the Taj, never diminishes, but grows year by year. Shah Jahan, bereaved beyond consolation, made plans to cross the river Jamna with a bridge of silver and to build a resting place for himself on the opposite bank. It was to be identical in design, but of black marble, and the foundations are still visible. However, he died before his dream could be realized, and now lies alongside the tomb of his wife below in the cenotaph chamber. Through a telescope from 140 feet above, in one of the minarets, the true magnitude, symmetry, and completeness of the tomb can be fully realized, and the extent of the fine gardens and its perfect setting. We have seen the Taj, the artistry, the workmen and the jewels, and the tragedy of Mumtaz and Shah Jahan. Now, to complete the story, we must go to Agra Fort, which also stands on a reach of the river Jamna. From below the east wall, it presents a formidable sight, as a truly oriental scene passes beneath its ramparts, of almost every mode of conveyance in the east. To realize the full size of this huge fortification, we must see the west wall, as far as the Amar Singh Gateway. Founded in 1565 by Emperor Akbar, it was completed in 8 years. It has withstood the test of time so remarkably that the whole structure appears only a few years old. Entering through Amar Singh Gate into the main courtyard, we turn through a low arch to the Taj Mahal, where during the latter part of his life, Shah Jahan was imprisoned by his son Aurangzeb. Shah Jahan built this for his private palace and spent the rest of his days in these confines. The Sheesh Mahal, where hundreds of little mirrors adorn the walls of stucco relief. This was a bath for ladies of the royal harem. Beautiful examples of lattice work in sandstone are to be found, showing this to be not merely confined to marble. And beyond, the Taj. The height and vastness of the fort is impressive, and jutting from the ramparts is the Jasmine Tower. This cool and shady retreat was Shah Jahan's favorite apartment, and where he finally died. Beneath this tower, there is a flower, richly worked in jeweled inlay. In the center, a round stone of polished jade. By looking sideways into this, a perfect reflection of the Taj across the river Jamna can be seen. Gazing at this sight, his eyes fixed on the tomb of his beloved wife, Mumtaz, Shah Jahan breathed his last in December 1666. Before leaving Agra, the little tomb of Itmad-ud-Daulah is well worth a visit, and some of the work is considered even more delicate than that of the Taj, though the style is different. The tomb was built by Nur Jahan, the wife of Jahangir, for her father in 1622 and took 6 years to complete. Exquisite marble screens give the interior a most cool and restful atmosphere. The decorative architecture may be said to be the highest stage achieved during the Mughal period. Itmad-ud-Daulah means reliance of the state, which was the title conferred upon Shah Jahan's prime minister, who was the father of Nur Jahan. Back once more at the hotel, let's watch some of the little sights that make India one of the most fascinating countries in the world. The birdman with 2 trained honey tits. Excuse me, madam, but that belongs to me. Their repertoire is endless, but you must come to Agra to see the rest. For we have one more visitor, and he, the snake charmer. If you come to India, this is one sight you cannot miss. The snake charmer is everywhere, and always willing to perform. Pythons do not usually make good companions, but these, all 8 feet, are quite friendly, and love to twine themselves around you. Hey, did I say friendly? Snakes alive, this is too much. Really, they are quite harmless if you can only gather enough courage to get together. We cannot leave Agra without first a look at the dead city of Fatehpur Sikri. On our way there, let us see how they irrigate the land. Very little has changed from when this huge city was built by Akbar in 1584. Desiring a son, Akbar was so filled with gratitude to a Mohammedan saint, Sheikh Salim Chishti, who prophesied there would be, that he built this beautiful city as a thank offering. His son was born and named Salim after the saint. The impressive entrance, the Blund Darwaza, or Gate of Victory, is constructed out of the famous Fatehpur Sikri sandstone. Like other buildings of this period, it is inlaid with white marble. Next to this massive gateway, there is a deep tank where the local boys delight tourists with their jump into the green water. The most exciting leap is from the ramparts of the city, 80 feet above the well. After Saint Salim Chishti's death in 1572, Akbar built a fine mausoleum over his remains, which is this beautifully styled tomb of white marble. The entire canopy inside, over the cenotaph, is covered in mother of pearl. This, with the wall paintings, alone make the trip worthwhile. Through the Elephant Gate, we come down to the outskirts of the city, and finally to the Elephant Tower, which stands over the tomb of Akbar's favorite elephant that died in battle. Stone imitation tusks project from the walls. Of the other famous buildings, the Diwani Khas is most noteworthy, in front of which Akbar played chess with slave girls as chessmen. Inside, Akbar used to sit on his throne over this beautifully carved pillar. The famous Taj Mahal, so called because of its 5 floors, contains no less than 140 richly sculptured columns. It is time to leave this deserted city, the remains of a glorious page in the annals of India's history, and only the shoes of horses and buffaloes killed in battle to remind us of the greatness and pageantry that has been. We too must leave Agra, but not without one more look at the Taj. Not architecture, as all others are, but the proud passion of an emperor's love, wrought into living stone which gleams and soars, with body of beauty, shining souls and thoughts, as when some face divinely fair unveils before our eyes. So is the Taj.